Amrita, we're hearing so many wonderful glories about the kinkaris of Radharani, the Pran Sakhis, Nitya Sakhis, often called Manjaris. And we've been just reading, basically hearing lots of verses where Prabhupada Saraswati, who is Tungavidya Sakhi and Krishna Lila, is instructing us to meditate on the forms of the manjaris and describing their various attributes, physical, let's say transcendental forms and sevas and their moods of seva towards the Lord. So now, this chapter 10, Sataka 10, this is verse 93. Maybe I said this, I don't know. I talked about this before. A jeweled nose ring and all this, I think I said before. This is text 94. Lasan mukta pankti pratima darshana shreni visar chattoge kurvanam dishamiva Chittam kundam kamude sadarara tivra pranaya rasa ramanchita taram nichalena chanam atiruchira guchanalavata. The effulgence that emanates from the pearly white teeth of the manjari appears like white kunda flowers showering in 10 directions. This manjari is constantly stunned with ecstatic love for Sri Radha. Sada rasa tivra pranaya, rasa romanchita tanam. We say in that song, glorifying Guru on the highest level, the Guru at the level of bhav and prem. Romancha kampa sutranga bhaja. Mahaprabhu Kirtan Nitrakita Paritramadyan Manasodasena. Manasodasena, that he can relish ras at the level of bhava. The Guru is uttam at the level of bhava bhakti and prema. That he chants the Lord's name. Mahaprabhu Kirtan. He engages in Gaura Kirtan especially, which is so full of ecstasy. And quickly brings ecstasy, Mahaprabhu Kirtana, Nritya Gita. And he's engaging in that kirtan and he's filled with such ecstatic moods. He becomes overwhelmed. Mahaprabhu Kirtana, Nritya Gita. This kirtan of Mahaprabhu, he's hearing it and he starts taking part. He starts singing and dancing in great ecstasy, bhavalas. The bhav is rising in his heart, and is creating anubhavs. This Mahaprabhu bhav, this intense love for Mahaprabhu rises in his heart and creates transformations in the body. These anubhavs, following that bhav, and they appear as symptoms of sattvic. Sattvic becomes of sata, transformations of the Shuddha sattva, sattva vikara. And they come in this sentence of bhav is like this. So here it says that the manjari, who is of course full of prema, and she is sada rara tivra pranaya rasa romanchita tanu. Her tanu, her body, is romanchita. There's all the hairs of her body are standing on end. Why? Because sada, kirtaniya sadari, moment to moment she's relishing Radha Pranaya. Radha Pranaya, because her pran, she's called Pran Sakhi. A manjari, Nitya Sakhi, kinkari of Radha, like Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, Rasa Manjari, Vilas Manjari, etc. They are called Pran Sakhi because there's so much in this, Snehaman Pranaya. There's so much with Pranaya, Radha Pranaya. Sada Radha Tivra Pranaya. This Radha Pranaya, there's so much intensely in, like the prana of Radha, they're very life breath of Radha. And it's tivra. Tivra means very concentrated, focused, and intense. Tivra pranaya ras, a very concentrated ras. They're relishing, and their whole bodies, their hair is standing on end. This is all by serving. And it says, Dishami vichittam kunda kumude. She is stunned with intense love for Sri Radha. She covers her body with beautifully designed fine cloth. So this is one translation, text 94. So it indicates something about, again, the form of the manjari, but also her form, how much amazingly attractive is the effulgence of her teeth, and then her bhav. We talk about gopi bhav. What is gopi bhav? So she's so much like this, and she has very beautiful cloth. So we hear about her rupam and her bhavam. So this is the cultivation of the meditation on the form and meditating on the seva bhavas, gopi bhav, the manjaris. So this translation says, with the great flood of the splendor of her teeth, shining as glistening pearls, lasan mukta, mukta pankti pratima, dashana shreni visar, because mukta means pearls. It seems to fill all the directions with white jasmine and lotus flowers. Well, this is much more accurate. In other words, the manjari's teeth are so white and so effulgent. Wherever she's looking, it seems like that particular direction, she's looking to the east, it seems like that the whiteness of her teeth and the effulgence of her teeth is showering that direction with kunda kumud. Kunda, of course, is a white flower, and kumud, disham, is showering filling the directions with white jasmine and lotus flowers. Kumud, of course, is Krishnaka Kumudi, you've heard. Kumud in the Ras Lila, Kumud flowers are night blooming lotuses. Lotuses generally bloom in the daytime, but the Kumud flower is white and it blossoms at night under the moonshine. So this is Krishnaka Kumudi, that night blooming white lotus of Krishna's Lila. So this is an amazing effect. The hairs of her body are standing erect. Why? Because of intense love for Sri Radha. And she's dressed in a beautiful sari and decorated many beautiful flowers. So this is a nice idea here that she looks so beautiful. Her body is so on the hairs of her body standing erect. So we meditate on the Guru is in Gaur Lila, Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitra Gita, Vaditramadhyam, Romancha Kampa. So this is Romancha, and that's Romancha. So in his Gaur Sarup, Guru in his Gaur Sarup and Navadvip, and then Nitya Navadvip, as a Kaishore Brahman, his hair is also standing on end. And then in Krishna Lila, Radha Krishna Lila's Manjari, Pransaki, hair is standing on end. So the song is talking about Gaur Lila, the ecstatic symptoms that the Guru is experiencing in Gaur Lila and his Gaur Sarup. Here we see the Guru Rup, there he has, and it's his Sadhaka Rup, but he's Siddha, he's Guru, so it's Sadhaka Rup and then Siddha Rup. Seva Sadhaka Rupena, Siddha Rupena Chatrini. So the Guru is being described there, the very advanced Guru. He's meditating on Gaur Lila, or he's engaged even in this, as in his Guru Rup, or his Siddha Rup, either one. He's either externally, he's engaged in Mahaprabhu Kirtan, Nityananda Gauranga, and experiencing ecstatic symptoms, Guru, Romanchakam. Or he's in his Smaran, meditating on his Siddhadeya and Gaur Lila, as a Kaishore Brahman, in Gauranga's Kirtan of Mayapur. Udila Aruna Purava Bhagi, Dvijamani Gora Amani Jage, Bhakata Samualoya Sate, Gila Nagara Praje. That Nagara is walking everywhere in Navadvip, waking everybody up. Kirtan, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's text 95. Sadarara Padam Buruha Paricharya Kulataya Janat Kuravan Manjira Kamati Chantalantim Tataita Nija Prana Dwandwa Puta Suruchi Saundarya Lahari Vilaser Anandamrita Jaladi Pureti Buddhitam. The Manjari is always eager to serve the lotus feet of Sri Radha. So, she wanders here and there making tinkling sounds with her ankle bells. That Pransaki Manjari fully drowns in the nectarine ocean of the enchanting transcendental pastimes of her beloved divine young couple of Sri Radha and Krishna. She's very eager to serve Radha's feet, and she continually runs from here to there. While running from here to there in the service of Radha, her ankle bells loudly tinkling, and by the playful movements of the waves of the wonderful and splendid handsomeness of the divine couple, who are more dear than life, she is plunged in the flooding nectar ocean of transcendental bliss. Vilas, Ananda, Amritam, Jaladi, Pure, Ambuditam, Sundarya Lahari, Suruchi Sundarya, Nija Pran Dwandva Adbhuta. Adbhuta Dwandva. Dwandva means like two, means two. The amazing couple, Nija Pran, or her very Pran, Nija, her own Pran, her very life breath is Radha and Krishna, Nija Pran. And Suruchi Saundarya Lahari, that means waves. The waves of beauty, tasteful beauty emanating from that divine couple are amazing. And she's serving them. Ati chalantim tata ita. Ati chalantim tata ita. The manjir, she's running here and there, absorbed and serving the divine couple. And it's by that service she's entering an ocean of nectar. She's plunged into nectar ocean of transcendental bliss. And we can read some other verses here also. These are very exciting proposal here of the future engagement. That when one is liberated and attains their sarup, siddhadeya, they'll be engaging like this in Manasi Seva, running in their minds. As the Leela unfolds in the mind, and whatever you'll do in the spiritual world, you're doing in the mind, in meditation. Running here and there, tinkling sounds of ankle bells, and drowning in ocean of bliss, and dressed so beautifully. Someday we'll enter that realm, and our divine Sarup city, Siddhadeya, to serve there. This all dream will be over, and the reality will begin. Millions of years, millions of lifetimes of dreams, billions of dreams over millions of lives will finally come to an end when we attain our Siddhadeya and Prema and enter Golok Prapti to serve forever. All throughout this book, the different chapters, he's reminding us to meditate on the manjaris. Let's see now. There's a whole section of Radharani's form. Now there's a whole section preceding what I'm going to talk about to describe Radharani's form in Sataka 8, how beautiful she is. And then describes the manjaris, how beautiful. Radharani is very, very beautiful, unbelievably beautiful, and so are his servants. Usually beautiful people hang around with beautiful people. Birds of a feather flock together. Tat tat yuta adi natabi shikshit adrita lalita nanavida mahasharya kaishora shri manohara. Kaishora Shri Manohara. The maid servants of Radha are properly trained, nourished, and maintained by their Yuteshwaris, their group leaders. So if someone is in Lalita Gan or Vishaka Gan, the group of Lalita Vishaka, they will be called their group leader, Yuta, Yuteshwari. If one is in Lalita's group, Lalita will train the manjari personally, how to sing or how to play veena and like this. And she'll nourish them and maintain them. And the manjaris look most attractive due to their fresh youth. Nanavida Mahascharya, Vastralankara Charita, Nanavida Mahascharya, Varnakara Vichitrita, Nanavida Mahascharya, Kala Nirmana Pandita, Swaswa Sangita Shikshavi, Santoshita Priya Dwaya. The manjaris dress themselves in various gorgeous dresses. Those maidservants are of various wonderful colors and shapes. The manjaris are Varna Akara Vichitra. So Nana Vida means various, and Maha Ascharya. Ascharya is, all these words people have a difficulty differentiating. Like I say, what's the difference between Adbhuta, Chamatkar, and Ascharya? People say, oh, Ascharya means bewildering and amazing and wonderful. Usually people end up getting confused. There's three words, Adbhut, Chamatkar, and Ascharya. And it's astonishing, or it's wonderful, isn't it? How would you define Ascharya?
Surprising.
Surprising. So they have the most surprising varieties of, he says, various gorgeous dresses. And Kala Nirmana Pandita Swasa Sangeet. The manjaris are expert in wonderful arts and expert in music, and they constantly please their beloved Lord Shri Radha and Krishna. Santoshita Priya Dwaya. Dwa, the pair of Priyas, they're Priya. Priya Swamini and Priya Swami, their dear Lord and dear Mistress and Lord and Mistress, King and Queen. So this is the bottom line is this. No matter how beautiful the manjaris look, or how sweetly and tenderly they act, how expert and amazing they are, or surprising they are, the common point here is their Santoshita. Santoshita Priya Priyatam. They Santoshita. At the end result of all their activities, their singing, their speaking, their behavior, their dress, their complexion, their beauty, their appearance, it gives tremendous and limited pleasure to Radha and Krishna. This is the essence of devotion, is to please the Lord and satisfy the Lord. And if you look good and act good and speak good, then all the better. Well, this is what their expertise is. They constantly please their beloved lordships, Radha and Krishna. And that's, of course, the goal of everyone's activity, and we'll continue there tomorrow. It's Harinam Sankirtan. Vrindavan Mahamamrita Ki Jai.